I'm sorry if y'all heard that. Peace, love, and light. Healing through inspiration. It's a great in those days. You can see I'm in the bathtub. I got my feet in there, soaking my feet, cause I've been barefoot. You know, I've been walking around barefoot ever since the injury, other than when I go outside. You know, because the injury is I pulled my hip muscle. And you know, it's recovering and whatnot. And the reason why I wanted to go barefoot is because by being barefoot, you actually you know, return to the natural way of how we're supposed to walk, especially as Americans, us being original inhabitants. You know, us being adults, we're supposed to walk upright, and we're supposed to. If you look at the documentation, you know, of our ancestors, you know, we're, you know, naked, wearing grass skirts, feathers in our hair, and we're walking on grass. You know, we're walking on the soil, you dig? You know. And then too, by walking barefoot, you know, we're using all the muscles that we're intended to be. So, but with this, if I'm using all the muscles that's intended to be, you know, and activating different pressure points, different ligaments and whatnot, you really like the pressure points when you're walking on rocks and whatnot. But I'm not walking on rocks right now, because of course it's cold. But I have, you know, just wanted to get because I'm really like, when I say like my leg, you know, you guys know what I've been saying before, like my leg couldn't move, like my leg wasn't like really moving. I had to use my arms, in order to get it to move. Like that was something for me. It's truly alarming. And you know what, bro? I just got a lot on my mind. It's another thing too I'm about to express to y'all. So that's why they all coming through me, like the thoughts and whatnot. But it's an authentic look, authentic feel too. So, but as I was saying, like, it was a lot for me. Like my leg was like, I had to turn to my side. It was so painful trying to find a position, and I always felt the pain. I do feel a little bit of pulsating, but I have to adjust to the least amount of pain. So I feel the least amount of pain. That's how it's been. And it's kind of like been resting up. I've been resting up. I have sat down. I have done more walking. You know, I did say day 4 I should be able to move more. I expect that. Maybe even a little faster if I fast. This is kind of a lot, bro, because I got a lot of things. I feel like it's just drama. Like, I'm literally about to get into it. Like, y'all wouldn't believe this. So, anyways. Oh, holy cow. And you know, it's kind of like with these injuries, like, you want to be careful because, you know, you want to compensate and want to put something, like, put the pressure on your other side that's not injured, but then in that time that can get that injured. So you kind of like have to balance it out. And like my knee has been like retracting, trying to lift the pressure off of it, but I've been trying to keep it straight. And then when I do, I feel more pressure on there. This I'm going to keep it straight because I'm going to keep the body like trained. And I've been doing some stretches and whatnot, and it's been like helping. But it's kind of like, you know, I don't know, you just can't rush the process. Because, hey, yeah, this is a lot. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to jump into this next segment, but I'll just say it how it happened. So, anyways, with this room that I'm in right now, I've been in it for about close to 2 weeks, this room, and the heat, like, it doesn't get hot. I've been telling them, speaking to the maintenance. He's been ducking and dodging. Came in here once. He said he's gonna come back. He ended up coming, and it's winter time here, and I got a service dog. Y'all seen him, and you know, and then the sink. I have no sink light, and then the ceiling light. But I told him about the heat, and I've been paying, and then I've been telling them, and I keep going to the front and tell him, and I talk to the maintenance man. He's sitting there ignoring me, literally ignoring me, like acting like I'm an irritant, acting like I'm a bother to him. I'm just sitting there trying to tell you about the heat. And I said it's been about and I told him this yesterday. I said it's been 2 weeks because I saw him last night. Because I happened to see him the night before too, because the night before, I was actually limping. That was a very hard day for me. I was walking. And he happened to see me. I said, "Oh, you see me? So you come to my room?" He said, "No." He said, "No." I said, "You gonna do my eat?" And he happened to walk into the laundry room. And I said, because the laundry room door was open. It was outside, like literally by the grass, like maybe like 4 feet from it. And he was inside, and the door was open. And I said something. I said something like it was cold or something. He just ignored me, act like he couldn't hear me. And I'm not about to. I think just the amount of quote unquote time I gave this person, this black male, was just enough. Like, especially if this is something I'm paying. I mean, golly, how ratchet do you gotta get? You ain't gonna pay for somebody's heat in the winter, like, to make sure their stuff is getting hot. So I freaking tell this guy. I'm sorry. This is the next day. This was supposed to be yesterday. I happened to be walking to the front desk, and then I go, and somebody comes in, and it's the maintenance guy. And he goes and keeps a straight face, turns his head, act like he don't see me. And I said, "Oh, you coming to visit he?" And he said, "No." And I'm like, wow, this Negro said it like that. I'm like, okay. So then I even talk to the person in the front desk, and she's like, oh, because I think I asked her yesterday something about the, what was it called? The corporate number or the manager or something. He's like, yeah, his number is just the front desk number, so it's just going to go to here. And I'm like, okay. The corporate, I don't have the corporate number. You can just Google it. And I said, all right, bet. So, because I've been thinking about calling corporate, but I didn't want to have to. I just like, hey, can y'all do this? Like, y'all, I couldn't believe this, my nigga. And so then, what did I do? I ended up, pardon me. I ended up, how you say? So then he said that, and then it was this pale dude. He was at the door. He wasn't the other pale maintenance dude, because I did ask him when I was in the other room. This was before they had moved me to this room that I'm in now. I didn't want to keep moving my stuff because I got a lot of stuff. I didn't want to keep moving it. So, anyways. Freaking hell. Anyways. So then she's like, oh. Let me make sure I'm telling it in order. So anyways. I keep saying anyways about 3 times. I ended up getting my mail, and then when I got my stuff, I ended up turning around, and then I'm like, you know what? I said I was gonna call corporate. So then I ended up calling them, and it was closed. So I left the voicemail, and then I woke up today, and then they ended up leaving me a voicemail. My hip hurts. They ended up leaving me a voicemail talking about crazy. They ended up leaving me a voicemail talking about something like, oh, talking about, oh, hi, you can call their manager, the front desk, and this and that. And I'm like, I already called. You don't think I tried to call the front desk? I'm like, so what the heck? Anyways, I ended up calling corporate again. So I spoke to somebody, explained my situation. I told them what it was. I told them what's going on. And they said, yeah, we're going to try and contact them. This is today now. This is, we're going to contact them just so we can hear. And they said, okay, yeah, I spoke to them that the person they said it's supposed to be there. They out there doing work on the job, and the other person, the manager, they're not there. And I said, okay. Alright, so then they said, yeah, they're gonna give me they said they're still gonna carry out the report. Because I basically told them it's like criminal, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been paying all the time, all my days. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all don't wanna make sure I get heat, light, ceiling light, and then sink light above the sink. Like, that's just ridiculous. You know? And so I really told him I should compensate him like a free week or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But he said, yeah, we're going to email you. We're going to make sure it goes to email. So yeah, he had to make sure my contact was right, because I guess he mixed it up with my biological father. When I said, no, this is me. This is somebody else different. You know what I'm saying? And so then I ended up how you say, and then he said he's gonna send me his email. He's gonna wait. I haven't got the email. This is today, like later on today, but like 4 hours the day is gonna be over, and I haven't gotten the email from them. So I'm just like, what the heck? But anyway, so then earlier today, around like 3 or something, I think, the hotel room phone rang, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden before I went to go answer, I got this vibe, because I was healthy enough to walk over there in enough time for it to ring, because I know the other day, the first day, I wouldn't be able to do that. So anyways, I got this like negative vibe. I got this vibe like it was like real negative before I even picked up the phone, like somebody's gonna be on some negative stuff. But then it was like they just on some negative vibe. I got it, but then I like hesitated. I'm like, but then the phone was ringing, so I'm like, it's from my room, so I picked it up and said hello. It said hi. Yes, we would like to. Yeah. We've been calling you. Like we've been telling you that us in the maintenance room, we've been very busy. Like we've been telling you, and we keep telling you we're gonna come. And I said, who is this? It was the most aggressive tone, female, and I was just like, who is this? And then the whole time they kept going on. It's like, yeah, this is I tell you that the maintenance man, we've been telling you we're gonna come. We've been busy. We have a lot of stuff. And I said, I said, who is this? I kept saying, who is this? I had to ask at least about 3 times. And then they didn't answer the response. They didn't answer anything I said. And then they just hung up. And I said, so then I hit the 0 on the front desk number. And I said, and I called. And then I said, and it said, this is that. And I'm like, and then this receptionist, like front desk person called and answered. And I said, who was that? He said that was La, and then boom, somebody snatched the phone from her. And then it was like, hi, this is Tina. I wanted to say, yeah, this is Tina. Let's call you that. Yeah, that was the kid who called you. That was the kid who called you on the phone. That's a housekeeper. And then now I'm thinking like, well, number one, why the hell is a housekeeper calling me about this? The housekeepers are gonna fix my heat. The housekeepers are gonna fix the light. The ceiling light. The housekeepers are gonna fix the sink light. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, so I'm like, what? I'm like, that's what I'm thinking, but I'm just like, it ain't been. So then this female Tina, she got all this attitude, like she is just so angry. I'm just blown away, like, and I'm just like, and I'm like, yeah, cause you called corporate on us, and I'm like, and I'm trying to see what's the issue, like, did I lie? What? Like what's going on? Like, did I lie? I don't get it. Because they couldn't say I was lying. They could not say I was lying. So I'm literally like baffled here. Like, what the frick? And the ceiling light is from when you walk in, and the sink light is by the sink. Just want to clarify. And if that light you see right there, yeah, I'm about to explain. Behind me. So she's like, oh. She's like, yeah, because you called corporate. Like I didn't know I called corporate. Like, what the frick? Like, y'all couldn't say I'm lying. Like, what the frick is the service thing? She's like, yeah, because, you talked about the lights. We called the lights, and then we give you lamps for that. I'm like, lamps? And I was just like, I called about the heat, too. Like, what were you talking about? The heat? He's like, oh, yeah, the heat. What's wrong with the heat? It doesn't get hot. What other problem would somebody have about heat? Unless it doesn't get hot. And then she was like, oh, and then what was she like? She said something like, oh, I'm trying to figure out what this bitch was talking about. She said something like, oh, what did that bitch say? It was really baffling, like, the frick? And then she's like, oh. She's like, she's like, what's wrong? Is it like at a certain number? It doesn't get hot? Or like, what? I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, like, isn't that the point of they get checked out, getting fixed? It's supposed to be here. I said I've been calling this for about 2 weeks. I believe I said it's about 2 weeks and I needed to get the heat fixed. And she's like, didn't we bring lamps? And I'm thinking myself, like, what do you freaking think? Like, lamps as a substitute for a freaking sink light? Like how was that supposed to be? And one is talking about heat. She didn't have nothing to say about the heat. And she was talking about, cause I gotta stamp my freaking muscles, bro. Oh, frick. Oh. So then she's like, oh, didn't I? She's like, oh yeah, cause you called. She's like, we've been very kind to accommodate you and your father here. And I'm like, your father here, and I'm like, I'm like, my father? What are you talking about? Why you keep bringing my biological father in? That's not him. This ain't got nothing to do with him. And she said, oh, okay. She said, okay, well, if you don't like how things are, you can go ahead and check out. And I said, and because this ain't the first time that this bitch has said this to me, or she's even threatening, like, she's like, you're gonna have to move back in with your dad. I've never ever seen somebody so focused on what I'm doing in my life, like these mother freaking narcissists, like. And like, cause she's so worried to even start telling lies, and so worried about some other young people too, who stay across. And we young and we out here paying for our rooms ourselves. They a couple. I'm by myself, you feel me? And I'm paying for my room. So they so worried about it. Like, and I'm just like, what in the world? So then I'm like, so then I'm like, all right. Oh, but anyway, she said something like, if you don't like how things are, then you can go ahead and check out. And I said, don't talk to me like that. She's like, and then she immediately got angry. Well, she was already angry, because I could read all this hating and stuff, like this passive aggressive stuff. So I said, when she said, oh, she immediately got angry, she was like, I will talk to you like that. I said, no, you won't. Boop. And I hung up on that bitch. Nigga, it felt great, boy. I swear to gosh. I do have clothes on by those who wearing, but it doesn't matter. Y'all can't see it. It's YouTube. But I got my feet in there soaking, so I rolled up my pants. But anyways. So then what happened is, and so then I hung up on her, and guess what happened? The bitch ring again, right? She called back immediately. Guess what we did? We answered that hoe. At that hoe, nigga. I'm like, what the frick is wrong with this bitch? So, like I said, the couple from stay across. So I called the brother, because he actually said he came over yesterday, and they saw my leg, and I'm just like, I couldn't even stand like that, really. It was a celebration day, his Earth Day. So I told him, tell the brother that, gave him a little, some pops and stuff like that. But yeah, I wasn't gonna drink them, cause I was told that it was something else, but it really wasn't. It was something else. But hey, they were unopened. I gave it to the brother. It was about two heavy bags on them. I wasn't gonna carry them. So, but he came to get it, You know what I'm saying? And the nigga was then I called my nigga and I say, hey, I don't know, he sounded groggy. He was just up, but he was just, and I told the nigga everything would just happen, and he wasn't really saying anything. He didn't really have nothing at all to say. So I'm like, what the? So I'm just like, so bro, what you think? He like, that junk crazy. It's crazy. I'm just like weirded out. That nigga, I'm like, bro, I'm thinking about calling corporate again, just how that bitch was talking to me on the phone. He said, nigga, they gonna beat your ass. I'm like, nigga. So I'm like, and then the nigga, when I was talking to him, I was in the midst of saying stuff, and then sometimes I wouldn't say stuff, and he was like, yeah, I'm just watching TV. I'm sitting in the bed watching TV. I didn't ask this nigga one time what was he doing. I don't recall, but I know for the times I was, quote unquote times I was saying, I didn't ask this nigga what he was, what the freak you call it, what he was doing. And I'm just like, so the nigga, I'm like, this nigga really don't even give a frick. So now I'm thinking like, shit, these motherfuckers on it, I'm like, they got a nigga feeling like, shit, I'm out here on my motherfucking own, really. I'm out here on my motherfucking own if that's what happened. Tomorrow's checkout date, and I think the aggressive bitch, that first one that had called the hotel phone, that bitch was like, I think she said she wasn't even speaking clear, because I was asking that question like, who is this? And she said, I think she said something like he's gonna be here tomorrow. I don't know what time or something exactly. Like, she wasn't even communicating. That was the first time they ever called me and told me something like that. So I'm like, what the frick is wrong with these people? And the bitch, she wasn't making sense, because she wouldn't dare speak back on the phone with me. You know that? I'm like, oh, wow. How cowardly. And you know what, too? And another thing, too, is I think is that, oof. Hold on. My muscles, bro. Frick, cuz. Sis. This hurts. Dang. Oh my freaking goodness. So, anyways, G. So, anyways, but like this motherfucking female, that aggressive bitch, she was on the phone. No, yeah, I heard that she be the motherfucking B-Lack maintenance male. He be following her around, and I've even seen the two on the property. This one he was supposed to come in my room and fix the heater. He didn't come, and then I see him. It was like they came out the same room, and he was following her behind her. And I was like, what the frick? That shit look weird. And when I go in my fields, I've been right about my fields. I swear to God. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they was smashing on the job, or just smashing. And I'm like, this is a little trashy bitch. And I'm just like, I'm like, they got so mad because I guess they mad as hell because I called corporate. But I'm like, you already been an evil bitch and a passive-aggressive bitch. Like the bitch Tina, she been talking or whatever, and she been talking or whatever and been like so passive-aggressive. Like, another thing, the bitch be doing a lot of fake smiling, trying to smile in my face. Like, she be trying to yell, and then the next day trying to spaz and smile in my face. And we all small talking with, but like, I'm basically like, hi and bye, bitch, y'all got something for me, woo, woo, woo. I grab it, and that's it, I be gone. Like, I ain't your friend, ho. Frick you talking about? Like, bitch, I see through you. Bum ass. And you know what? I did say something to that bitch. I said, do not talk to me like that. I said, you be talking like that over the phone. Ain't nobody come to my door. I ain't trying to invite nothing, but you dig what I'm saying? Frick you talking about? I said, you be talking like that over the phone. And another thing, she be talking like that behind the glass. I ain't looking for no trouble, but bitch, you know you trouble. On trial. You feel me? But yeah, man. And it's like this. I wanted to say this and probably conclude to this. It's like, because it's talking about my biological father, and I said, it's like once you leave the narcissist, there's other narcissists around. It's like a narcissistic environment. I mean, shoot, I know he had to leave, but it's kind of like the injuries put his back because we've been bed rest. We're supposed to get some things in order. I still got some things I got to do today. Like, this is a lot, bro. And then tomorrow's checkout day, so I'm going to have to, like, repay. And then right now, like, I can't. Oh, I guess I got to pay for tomorrow. I'm going to end up paying for today so I don't end up seeing that pale bitch if she not out there. Like one of them trash-ass bitches, you feel me? So what I'm going to do is that... my muscle, yo. So then, that's one of the lamps, by the way, if y'all seen that back there. That's one of the lamps. I had to put that up there. Ain't that pretty ghetto, dog? Freaking ghetto got a lamp where there's supposed to be actual light working. And the bitch try to act like that's supposed to be okay. And bitch, I talked about the heat. Oh, you ain't got nothing to say. Sitting there trying to question me like I did something wrong. Yes, bitch, I called corporate. It's been 2 weeks, ho. It has been 2 weeks. And bitches can say I was lying. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to conclude this as far as like, once you leave with one narcissist, they like, all around you really start to see more. Like, I ain't never seen so much people that's so hating and just so infatuated with. It's like these people wanted to make themselves mad. Because other than that, I ain't talking to these people. I'm not their friends. I'm not in there really trying to bother them. I get so many fickle people here, play on both sides. They try to look and they don't want to speak to you one day. And do you think, and they speak to you some random day and they think you're just supposed to be for it. And I just don't got time to entertain with it. I just be minding my business and trying to grow. Some people are talking about you. You're so patchy. And I'm like, I can't believe all these old people infatuated with us. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, yeah, y'all guys want to book a one-on-one consultation, you can do that by sending us an email at info@healingthroughinspiration with the subject matter coaching pertaining towards that. Or you can just DM us on Instagram at healingthroughinspiration if you're not following us there already. I don't know why not. Make sure you guys go do that. We post on a regular there. Daily uploads on the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys check out one-of-a-kind artwork at healingthroughinspiration.com/shop, along with our amazing apparel. Go get your cap, originally cap, you dig. We got it in navy, we got it in maroon. We got it in blue and stuff, so it's really great. And we got our originally socks. So y'all like the originally socks. And y'all got the American Meaning shirt for sure. A lot of great things, you feel me? Go ahead and check us out, support. And as I was gonna say is that like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Let me hear your feedback on this, you dig? Because I don't know, some people just don't really talk about the experiences and like. So I think this is part of it too. Because if the way my hip is at, like, I'm not lifting nothing heavy. I'm really not. Especially I'll be dragging and all that BS. And I don't know if somebody else can help me for sure. Because it's like I don't know. Sometimes you just can't depend on people. It's rather unfortunate. And when I said that, I just had a flashback of my biological mother saying, I can't depend on you. I can't depend on you. I need to be able to depend on you. Oh, hate that bitch. I could care less for her, but I'm just like, frick, my nigga. Frick. That bitch I sounded just like in a freaking tone. All these narcissists, they sound so similar, bro. Literally sound the same. Frick that. Whether it's a pale bitch or a freaking black, frick that, bro. I need to be able to depend on you. What about you, bitch? I'm supposed to depend on you? Because that sure wouldn't happen, hell. They want you to be dependent on them. Codependent. Steal your resources. Try to take things away. Do things so you don't do things. Garbage ass people. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this one short. Y'all have a great one. Peace, love, and light.